Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Truitt here to talk to you about dividing and multiplying using manipulatives and strategies. So again, I have my pinto beans here, and I think since we've been going over a lot of multiples of 12 in our packets, in our BCSD packets, I think we're going to start with 3 times 12. And just for review, the first thing you need to do to understand about multiplication is vocabulary. And these first two numbers are called factors. These are our factors. They are the numbers that we multiply by. The answer to our multiplication problem is called the product. The products. Like when cars go through the assembly line and each part, different things are happening. They're assembling the engine and all the different parts of the vehicle. And at the end, you have a product, something that you can sell that is in working condition. So if you think of it that way, you want to put these factors through until they are equal to that product. All right, so we will start with making equal groups using our manipulatives. Last time I did an array with you. So if you have containers like these, you can use your containers. Geez, I should have had these ready. You can use your containers, and you can, whatever kind of container you have at home, and you could put your beans inside the container. So we have 3 containers. Our first number says how many groups, and I'm going to put 12 into each container. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? I could continue counting too. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But you might get confused. So if you want to count by 12s, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 3 containers with 12 beans in each container. So we can think of that as 12 plus 12 plus 12, like a repeated addition sentence. And remember before I said you can take a known factor. I know 10. I know my 10s really easily. I know 10, 20, 30, and then you could add 2 plus 2 plus 2, because you know your 2s. So you could take this and break it apart into 10s, and you could break it apart into 2s, because I know if I add 10 plus 2, I get 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 10, 20, 30, 2, 4, 6, and when I add those together, I get 36. 36. Or you could have just continued to count as you were putting your beans into your containers to get 36. Okay? Another thing you can do is you could take your beans once you have all 12, and you can make a little circle around them, say you don't have a container, and make your equal groups like this. All right, boys and girls, make your equal groups like this. And then I would have a third one. I already put those back. And let's move that down so you can see it better. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so that's another thing that you can do. I'm going to clear my board. We also have, so using a known factor, making equal groups, and then we have that strategy of making an array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you would continue and you would make 3 rows. Because remember, in third grade, it's important to learn your math facts. However, we use strategies in the beginning of the year to learn how to multiply and divide. And then later on, we start using our multiplication table and trying to memorize those facts. And that's something that you can do at home as well. You can use your multiplication table. You could print one up off online. Or if you don't have one, you can, on your Chromebook, you could find one and you can use that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I added one extra. 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. So that's an array. Or you can print up that multiplication table. If you don't have it, like I said, you could just look at it online and recreate it. And that'll really help you with remembering your facts. All right, so for division, a couple different things. We have different vocabulary, of course. We're going to start with 96 divided by 12. I'm going to keep it with the 12s. 96 divided by 12. Okay? So for division, this starts with a D as well, our dividend. It is always the big number. This means number as well, not just hashtag. It's also called the pound sign. And then this number is the divisor. That's the number that you divide by. This is your number of groups. Okay, and this is how many are in each group. This is your answer to your division problem. This is your quotient. Okay, and this is number in each group. And this is your big number, and this is your total number. Got it? Total number, dividend. Number of groups you are making is your divisor, and your quotient is your answer. All right, so what we usually do for division, I mean, you could make a number line. We talked about that before, where you jump back on the number line. You could partition, and that's what we're going to be doing today, partitioning. So I don't have a lot of room to put 12 containers, but what I can do is I could draw 12 circles. So I'm going to move my paper up again, and we're putting lots of beans in these, so make sure your circles are pretty good sized. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they don't have to be perfect, 10, 11, 12. All right, so once you have your 12 circles, which is my number of groups, we are going to partition and give 1 to each group until we get to the big number, or the dividend, 96, and that's the number of beans in each group is going to be our quotient. So we're doing 1 in each group. And then you're going to go to 2 in each group. So that would be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Make sure you have the same amount in each one. 33, 34, 35, 36. I wish I could speed this up. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We're getting closer. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, really close, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and we made it. So make sure they're in your little circles. And we have 1, 2, let's pull them out, 1. Normally when you're counting, you want to make sure you pull them to the side so that way you don't make a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 in each group. So when I've partitioned, I can see that 96 divided by 12 is 8. Now this is one strategy. If you do this with every problem, it will take a really long time, and we practice this a lot at school. So maybe take a couple problems and do this, but really, boys and girls, I want you to have that multiplication chart out, and I want you to be practicing writing those numbers in. And there's patterns in your multiplication chart, and I think I'm going to do another video with that, where once you've gone across, if you do your ones down and across, and then once you start going across, once you get down here to 7, you can look at your 7s over here and you can see all the way to 7 times 6, and you can write those in. Part of it's going to be done for you already because you've already done it up here. So anyhow, there's lots of patterns in multiplication and division, and 12s really don't have the best patterns, but I know that when I start writing my 12s, there's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. Okay, so that was 8. So I see that this number increases by 1 and this number increases by 2, but then it changes, and then we have a little gap here, but then when we get to our 6, it increases by 1, and these also increase by 2. We just have a little pattern change here because we skipped 5 and then we went to 0. But sometimes, like with our 9s, we have our 9s tricks, where we have, let's see, 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5. Might want to do it on the other hand, though. This is probably better. 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5, 9 times 6, 9 times 7, 9 times 8, 9 times 9, and then 9 times 10 would be 90. So anyhow, so maybe you can find another strategy to help you. But I just wanted to remind you of different ways to divide and different ways to multiply using manipulatives. I hope you have a great day, boys and girls. Any questions or comments, please write them below.